Hello guys, I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can because my mic does not seem to be working. It's taking pictures. My daughter bought me a mic and it does fine when I'm going live, but for some reason making this video, it is not acting in the proper manner. The lighting is not good today, as if that's not usual, but I do have now a little light that goes on the camera. Well, on my phone. I don't my camera phone. But it's dead. So now we're going to work with what we got. And I'm going to try to get into these things a little bit better from now on with as far as my stats and everything, because I'm kind of getting to the swing of things. For those of you who are new to this channel, I have a dog, a small Yorkie, who has claws, who has a problem with jumping on me like a spider monkey. So these spots that you see, all these, I got war wounds like crazy, y'all. I mean, like, not to mention she was the biter, and she's the baby. She's 5 months old now. Okay, now enough about her. Let's talk about these stats. I just can't get over this. If anybody can tell me what I can get to put on this to get rid of these dark marks, they've healed now, so I need to do it religiously. I got some vitamin E oil, but I'm not consistent, so I need to be consistent. But anyway, let's get into these stats. First of all, hello everyone. My name is Shay. My birth name is Sharonda, but they call me Shay, aka Brown Sugar. So welcome to Brown Sugar's channel, and welcome to my journey. Let's get into my stats. My highest weight is 278, and right now I am in my 3rd day of my liquid pre-op diet. My surgery is scheduled for August the 3rd, 2017. Today is July the, let me see. I don't know. It's July the something. July the 26th. It's July the 26th, 2017. So I'm on day 3 of day 10 of my pre-op liquid diet. I had to do 10 days. I have a extremely high BMI of 51 from what I saw on my bariatrics app. I am only 5'1" in height, so I'm carrying a lot of weight. I just spiked up to this 278 within like the last 2 months. Within the last 6 months, I have from the last five to 6. I said the last five months, I've gained like 30 something pounds. So, yeah. I'm also on a lot of medications. I'm going to go through those stats too, because I did not go through those things in the beginning of my journey when I first started out. I'm going to try to go, try to give you all a little preview of what we're dealing with me. There's a lot to me. There's a method to my madness. So let's go with this. I'm on day 3 of day 10 of my pre-op diet. On day 1 of my pre-op liquid diet, I started my menstrual cycle. Yay! I mean, cramps, cravings, and a liquid diet. Bad mixture, huh? Bad luck. Okay, so this is a true thing. This is not, I can't make these type of things up. The day before I started my pre-op liquid diet, which was on Sunday. Today is Wednesday. So on Sunday, I decided, okay, I'm going to have this Last Supper. And so I decided I wanted to get everything that I wanted. My ex came over. We had steak. He was supposed to come over actually to cook for one last time, because me and him, It was going to be my last supper, last time seeing him. Just crazy because, anyway, that's a whole nother story. I can have my own reality TV show. But, so I had IHOP, and I had steak and egg and pancakes with strawberries on them. There was a carnival that was across the street down the street from my house. I love candy apples. I went and got a candy apple. I went to Sonic's and bought a sweet tea and a cherry limeade. I mean, everything that I thought that I wanted, that I couldn't have later on, I ate it. Or tried to. Anyway, that steak was good though. Okay, so that was that day. That was Sunday. I was really cranky. It's like the lines were long everywhere I went. I was like, oh. So I went to like 3 different places trying to get sweet tea because I love sweet tea. I'm a Southern gal. Born and raised in Georgia. Okay, so I lose my train of thought a lot too, y'all. But okay, let me go back to my stats. Okay, so that was the Last Supper. Okay, but my surgery is going to be with Dr. Roston Major. He's a doctor for Emory at the Emory Clinic in LaGrange, but I'm going to be having my surgery at LaGrange Hospital, which is a Wellstar hospital. But they're merging over to Emory. But he is actually at the Emory Clinic. I am currently on disability. I've been disabled for the past, I think it's 2015, past 2 years. Let me go through some of my medical history. I have neuropathy, which is nerve damage in both hands and both feet. Starting out as carpal tunnel. I have 3 ruptured discs in my spine. I suffer with balance problems. I have arthritis in my knees. I have something called chronic pain syndrome. If you all know about fibromyalgia, which is what my mom had, chronic pain syndrome is kind of like a cousin to fibromyalgia, but it's a step higher. It's more in depth. It covers more touch points. If you all are familiar with fibromyalgia, so it's a bit deeper than that. I also suffer with chronic sinuses, allergies, asthma. Recently, during this process of going through trying to get clearance for the surgery to make sure my body was able to handle everything, I found out that I have congestive heart failure. Luckily, it's a mild case. Can't revert back, but I can go forward. That kind of explains a lot of problems with my lungs that I have. I can't walk very long distances. About a year ago, my rheumatoid doctor, when going to him, he pretty much gave me no hope and said, okay, look, you're not going to be able to lose weight unless you have weight loss surgery. And at that time, my disability had not gone through. I was trying to get through it. I had been on a job for 15 years at the police department, which did a lot with my health. I suffer from insomnia, sleep apnea. I know I have, but I don't have the CPAP because I skipped the test. I'm sorry, y'all. I know. And my breathing, I stop breathing in my sleep very often. And I go to my parents' house and it's gotten so bad that, my dad's like, okay, I'm recording you and you need to send this to your doctor. So, I'm just working with a lot of, I have something called fasciitis or something, but it's in my feet, but it causes pain in my legs and in my lower back. This weight is not, it doesn't help the situation, is what I'm saying. I have problems with my joints. I've had 3 surgeries on my hands total, and I need another one. Yeah, and I'm 41 years old. I have a 22-year-old daughter. So I have a lot going on, and the last 2 years of my life has, I felt my health failing or starting to go downhill in my 30s, but I kind of just chunked it off. I was just working so hard, and I'm just used to working everything from, I would come from my job, go do hair, do crafts. Everything I did with my hands. So when I lost function in my hands went numb completely, and that was the start of them finding out everything else about me. Some of the things I had tried to tell my doctor in the other city where I live. And then when I moved to Atlanta, I had to deal with working comps doctors down there where I was working, and then in Columbus. And then when I moved to Atlanta, that's when I had such good doctors, and I was with Kaiser, and they found out everything that I was saying, all the symptoms that I was saying that I was having, the MRIs and the electrolysis test showed that I was indeed not crazy, but telling the truth. In the midst of all this, I started suffering from depression and anxiety. I still have them both. Okay, I'm coping. So now that just gives you a little bit of my history. I have a lot going on. So this surgery for me is a life or death situation. As far as how long I've been heavy, all of my life since birth. Since birth, my mother had to take me home the day of, and she had to put what was called pablum in my milk, which is kind of like equal to, I don't know if you're older, I say it's equal to cereal. So cereal in my milk the day that I came home from the hospital. I would come into my room crying. My mother said I weighed almost 9 pounds. I would come into my room crying. I would drink up that whole bottle because she tried to breastfeed me at first, and that didn't work. I would drink up that whole bottle. I would leave out crying because I wanted more. So this weight thing has not been something that I've dealt with from adolescence or even as a toddler or as just an adult after I had my daughter. But something I've dealt with all of my life, literally. Okay, so I had to pause. I had to get rid of some of, this tripod is not stable. I had to get rid of some of the data. That's what happens when you don't have a camera. Maybe one day I'll be able to afford one. But, so this is something I since my mom had to deal with me since birth. I also am on a lot of medications that alter my weight. And I'm not going to blame that on the weight. That's because that's just a portion of it. But I've struggled with my weight forever. I've tried everything from the cabbage soup diet. Oh God, to even think about cabbage soup now just makes me want to throw up. The cabbage soup diet, Weight Watchers, Finnerman. I actually lost about 75 pounds on Finnerman several years ago. Kept it off for several years. My gallbladder went bad, and they had to remove it. After that, the weight started creeping back on. My metabolism plummets. That's during the stage when kind of my health started kind of going bad, But I continued to work really hard. I traveled 2 hours to work. I was very dedicated. Once I lost feeling in my hand, my job lost feelings for me. And I went through a lot of traumatizing events before, I had to go through a lot of things with workman's comp, and I lost everything. God granted me those things back. I was able to get on disability at the age of 40. So, I really had some serious issues going on for disability to grant me disability at the age of 40. However, I am living on an income that is so small. That's not what I was even making in 2 weeks, or about what I was making in 2 weeks. So it's been a very hard struggle. A struggle that has made me strong, but it indeed has been a struggle. I have faith in God. I don't know how many of you watching that believe in God, or whatever high power you believe in, but my prayers, the prayers of my parents, the prayers of my friends and my loved ones have gotten me through so much, including this last episode of finding out that I have congestive heart failure. This surgery for me is life or death. My rheumatoid doctor pretty much told me, look, here's the deal. You're going to have the only way you're going to be able to lose this weight is to have bariatric surgery. At the time I was with Kaiser, I had gotten this insurance through Obamacare. I just got the cheapest one. I didn't have bariatric surgery that was included in there, and I wasn't working. I was living off of my savings. And so I was like, well, that's not an option. I went and I tried, even though it was a health issue, because it wasn't on my Kaiser thing, I couldn't get it. Once I was granted my disability, I thought about that thing again. I was gaining weight. I was taking on a lot of medications. I say 10 to 12 medications is what I'm on for all my ailments. That's counting inhalers and, preventative medicines for my asthma, blah, blah, blah. So it's just a lot of steroids I have to be on because of my lungs, which I found out the lung thing comes from congestive heart failure. So that's why I have so much problems with my lungs and retaining so much water. So if any of you are retaining a lot of water and you don't understand why, I've been on water pills for years. I have high blood pressure, sorry. And at one point I was considered diabetic, but I got off of the glucophage pills on my own. I told the doctor probably about 6 months after I had stopped taking them, after they kept saying, okay, your numbers are good, keep on taking the glucophage. I'm like, oh, well, by the way, I stopped taking those 6 months ago. Yeah. But after I had lost the weight, on that, on the Fennerman, I just got rid of it. So I guess I was more like pre-diabetic is what it really, really was. And I beat the odds, and I have not had those things again. I have every symptom of a diabetic. I get trigger finger. I'm always thirsty. I'm finding out that comes from congestive heart failure. But I'm not diabetic. So that's one thing that I don't have. And I've never had problems with my cholesterol, surprisingly. But this surgery for me is life or death. Literally, I struggle to breathe. When my heart doctor told me about the congestive heart failure, I was so scared that I wouldn't be able to get the surgery. She said, well, do you have difficulty breathing? I said no. And I'm thinking like, I'm not right now. But I have a lot of difficulty breathing, you guys. I'm concerned about me. My parents are concerned about me. My daughter is concerned about me. And it's time for me to look out for me and take away all positive, all negative things, negative people I did that. I did a video. If you look at the video from where I found out I had congestive heart failure, you'll see where I was in the process. I changed my number. I did these things. I'm sorry, I don't want to cry. And so I'm getting off track. This is not supposed to be about any of this, but I'm trying to give you like a little history of what's going on with me. So this is why I chose the surgery. I'm having the VSG, vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Yeah. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, y'all. I get a little tight tongue. But that's the surgery I'm having, and I feel like this is going to be, I know this, it can't solve all of my problems. I've been through bukus and bukus of physical therapy, but I know that having all of this weight on me is a negative, especially for my heart, especially for my knees, especially for my feet. I know when my video that cut off, I don't know if I got to that, but I have something called fasciitis. There's two things I have that deal with my feet that actually cause problems with my legs and my lower back. So I have this upper back neck thing going on and the lower back. So it hurts. When I walk, it hurts. I have a wheelchair. I have a walker, a roller walker, and I have a cane. I'm 41, y'all. And sometimes people look at me and, especially like right now, I'm looking like, normally I'm a jazzed up person, but since, I've gained this rapid weight, things have changed, and I'm not that jazzed up person. I've never worn a lot of makeup. All I wear is eyeshadow, and I've gotten into lipsticks now. But as far as wearing face makeup, I can't. I'm hot. Thank you, God, for blessing me with good skin. Although right now my skin is breaking out on the side, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I think maybe it's due to stress, and plus, on top of that, it is my monthly, but I usually don't break out like this. But I end up getting a bump like right here, and then here. But I've been under a lot of stress during this period, and during this 10-day pre-op, I've been depressed. These 3 days, I've been depressed. I've been taking my anxiety medicine, and all I wanted to do is sleep. And I know it has a lot to do because I have PMS really bad, and the medicine that I'm supposed to be taking for the PMS, I've kind of gotten off most of my medicines because I know my sleeve is not going to tolerate me scuffing down all those medicines. So my doctors are going to kill me, but I've stopped a lot of those medicines, and I'm feeling it, y'all. I am so feeling it, but I feel like once my sleeve it's not swollen, and it won't be that hard for me to take medicines, then I can start back on the appropriate medicines. I may have to get on it before then, but I'm just kind of suffering in my silence. Well, I'm not so silent now because I'm talking to you guys about it. Now, all right, enough about that. That's enough. Okay, I got that done. I go into surgery. I have to be there at 5:00 a.m. I will have you guys there with me. As much as they let my people video, that's what I'm going to be videoing all through my stay. I don't know how long I have to stay. I'm hoping that all turns out well. I know it will. I send up so many prayers, and I have so many people praying for me. My mother has been a very good support, although she lives away from me. She's doing this 10-day thing with me. She is not a big woman at all. I am the biggest woman well, I am the biggest person in my immediate family, but she's the one that has moral support, and I had to thank her for that. Because for a minute I felt alone. I don't know why, because my parents are always supportive, but because I live here alone, and it's just a lot going on right now with me. Um, the struggle financially with going through the surgery is hell. Being on the income that I am, Medicare only pays 80%. I still don't know where my copay is going to come from. My daughter did a GoFundMe that did not get very far. Very hurtful because, she didn't say what type of surgery it was, but, just kind of let people know that it's a very important surgery. It's a life-saving surgery for me. And the people that I have supported years have not shown me that same support. Family, friends. So, but I prayed about it. And just gonna leave it at that. I know if I get there on that morning, they say your copay is such and such, and I say, well, I don't have it. Hopefully they'll say we'll bill it to you, and I'll pay them gradually. But I just don't have it. I'm gonna give them my rent money if need be, which I've already done into that with this pre-op diet. It's just so expensive, and I think it's a shame that people that are actually disabled do not get more of what they really need. You can find these able-bodied young women having all these kids and getting all of this stuff when they're able, but yet they're just having these babies, not trying to do anything with their lives. And you get someone like me who's worked herself to the bone ever since I can remember. Ever since I got out of high school, I went to college and I was carrying my daughter, going to college, going to work, doing part-time work as a caregiver for mental health patients. And then just moving on to go to work at an elementary school, and even through divorce. It's just, I worked all of my life, and to be in the situation that I'm in now, I don't feel like it's fair. It's like the situations with some veterans. It's not fair. The help. So one day I hope to become an advocate for people like myself who are going through these financial struggles, who are going through having problems with getting the finances they need for medical care that they need versus 80%. If a surgery like this, 80% of a copay, that's a lot of money. I still have rent. I still have car payment because unfortunately I wasn't finished paying for my car before my body shut down on me. Luckily I was able to keep it due to bankruptcy. But, that's just real life things. And I want to be an advocate for those. you best believe I'm going to find one somewhere and get it. I don't want to hear no if, ands, buts about it. But the key to this 10-day or whatever, however many days you got to do this liquid diet is variety. You have to have variety. And that thing works. I have not gone super hungry. If it was, it's because I just didn't get out of bed to eat because I was cramping or something. But I have made something called lemon cheesecake out of my sugar-free my sugar-free pudding. Yummy, 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 y'all. And I'll tell y'all about that in the next video. But oh my goodness, it is so. I'm sorry, you guys. Once again, I gave out data, so I had to clear some of my things out from where I have put on YouTube. But the key to this thing is variety. Also, the key thing is being prepared. Make sure you have everything. Your G2, if you're thirsty, your vitamin water. I have not. Now the thing is, I am a water drinker. I absolutely love water. I'm always thirsty. But since I have been on this liquid diet, I have not wanted any water, and I am struggling to get my water in. Like today, I've only had about 8 ounces of water, and it's almost 8 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to have to. I haven't even wanted anything flavored, my G2. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Okay, y'all, this camera keeps cutting off on me, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up real quick. But I was talking about being prepared, having things that you like around. You have to, what I did was before I started this 10-day thing, I went fishing for different little things to see if I liked it. And because I'm very funny with taste. I knew I could only have broth. I could have some creamy soups. I knew I'd like cream of mushroom soup. My doctor said that if I get extra hungry, feel like I was going to pass out or something, that in one of those soup I can chop up an egg, just in one of them. If you're diabetic, that's a good idea. If you're feeling weak, get that protein, or chicken tender. On the last video that I posted, you can hear her talking about that. One chicken tender, boiling it and putting it in your soup, maybe your dinner soup if you're feeling weak. But I did that one time with the egg, but I have not had the problem of really getting hungry. Now this right here, what I have, you can see there's a lot of stuff at the bottom. There's a lot of beans and stuff in here. And I had this today, and it was so delicious. I'm going to have some for dinner. I had some for lunch. Let's see. Look at all this stretch marks. Anyway, but what I did was I bought these things, and I was just trying these out. I bought them from Big Lots, and I hope that y'all can see them good. I had them in my haul, but this is the tortilla soup mix, and all you do is add water. You're supposed to put it on the stove. I put it in the microwave. I get about the amount I need that I think in the bowl. It's like a two cup bowl, and I put this in there, put the water in there, and I got a couple of different kinds. But this tortilla soup, oh my goodness, y'all! I got a strainer. Now I strained it. But even though I strained it in the one that I was going to eat, but I still have the actual beans and stuff in here in this one to get that flavor. And I just added some water to that. So I'm going to use that for today because it was kind of thick. But this flavor in this thing, y'all, this seasoning, it's a hearty blend of pinto and red beans and vegetables with a fiesta of seasoning. And oh my goodness, y'all, it is delish. It was only $3, and it's 8 1-cup servings. So I am definitely going to Big Lots and get some more of these. It's only 3 grams of sugar, 1 gram of fat, 110 calories per serving. But yeah, and I water it down, so. But even watered down, delish. I'm in love. I feel like I can eat this every single day. I don't know if I can even get tired of this. Now, my next thing that I don't think I can get tired of, that has kept me. Everybody said they live off of popsicles. Get those sugar-free popsicles for me. I found this at my local Kroger. It is the, I had it on my Instagram and in my my Facebook page, my Facebook group. It is the cheesecake Jello and the lemon, not Jello, but the Jello pudding and the lemon. What I did, I made a batch of this cheesecake and just put a little bit of this lemon in there. And what I had myself was lemon cheesecake, sugar-free, delicious. Oh my goodness, you guys! I'm like, oh, this is heaven right here. Like, I'm on this liquid diet, but I feel like I'm cheating, and that's everything to me. Like, oh yeah. So that's probably why I haven't had any cravings in this PMS time. So if y'all can find these cheese, y'all like cheesecake, y'all like lemon, I'm gonna find a way to make me a strawberry cheesecake type deal. But y'all, I don't need no crust or none of that. This is delish, y'all. Oh my goodness. I can't even. So I plan to make some sugar-free Jello pudding pops with these as well. And as I find out things, as I experiment, because I'm very funny with taste, so as I experiment with things, I will bring those things to you guys to help those who have not started their pre-op. But this is even for post-op. You know, this is something that, because like I said, that I don't, I don't even want no broth, no regular chicken broth, because I've had that now. So that chicken broth that I have, I don't know. Somebody else can have it. I don't know. But I'm doing a giveaway when I get to 50 followers. So I'll be giving away chicken broth and all kind of other stuff. But I plan on putting that in that thing because I got to let somebody else sample how good that is along with these. So, yes, honey, yes. If y'all got it in your local supermarkets, I'm telling you, thank me later. No, go ahead and thank me now. Thank me now because you're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's delicious. But, so I'm surviving. I'm on day 3 of day 10. I'm going to come back with you guys on day 5. No, I'm going to come back to either day 5, then I'm going to come back on day 7. And then I'm going to come back on day 10, which is the day before my surgery. I'm going to, on day 7, my cycle should be off, so I'm going to weigh myself then. I'm going to weigh myself on day 10 to see what was my total loss for this liquid pre-op diet. And then I'm going to do a video on what I'm packing. So I'll do that between those days. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure if you like these videos, there is a little bell to the right of the screen. Once you subscribe, there's look like a little bell. If you click on that, it will give you whenever I put in a video. So I try to do them kind of often, as often as possible. So it takes time to edit and stuff for me, but if you click on that little button, you'll see when my things are updated. Like I said, I'm going to have my surgery done. I'm not holding any punches. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly. I have some before pictures to show. They're ugly. They are ugly. They are ugly. But it is what it is. I'm going to be able to look back at this later on, and I'm going to say, whoa, And I want to be able to help somebody. That is my thing. Since my disability, I always had a hashtag, turning my pain into my purpose and my passion, and that is to help others. I've also had the hashtag, turning my test into my testimonies, and that has been a thing that I have been able to do. This is no different. Y'all, stay positive. You can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. I'm going to do this with the help of God, my friends, my family, and you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being so wonderful. This VSG community, this weight loss community, You guys are a blessing. You don't understand. You are a blessing. When I see these before and after pictures of people who have already gone through this journey, when I hear you talk about your journey and how you got through, it encourages me. So thank you. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate everything. Even though you don't know that I'm listening and I'm looking and I'm learning, I am. And I thank you so very much. If you can, like, subscribe, hit that little bell thing. Yeah. Hit that little bell thing for the alerts, you guys. And I appreciate you all taking the time to listen to me, because I ramble a lot, and I'm going to try to get better at not veering off, because I am very bad at that. Not only on here, but in life. Just I get distracted. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for following me, because you really didn't have to. I hope that you will learn something from my journey. I hope that you will see me take a whole nother turn, inward, outward. I want you to watch me evolve from this caterpillar to this wonderful butterfly that I've always been. But I haven't been able to really bring it out, because all of this weight, all of this sickness, all of this pain and things have been holding me down. So thank you guys again. I love you. I love you. I love you. Live, laugh, love, and lose. I'll see you guys on the loser's bench.